Once upon a time, in the tiny village of Everpine, nestled at the foot of a snowy mountain, lived a curious girl named Clara and her mischievous younger brother, Max. It was Christmas Eve, and the entire village shimmered under a blanket of snow. The children couldn't wait for Santa's visit, but Clara and Max had a knack for finding adventure, and this Christmas was no exception. As their parents prepared hot cocoa, Clara and Max rummaged through the attic, hoping to find an old sled. Among the dusty boxes and forgotten treasures, they discovered a peculiar snow globe. It was unlike any they had seen before. Inside, a tiny, glowing village sparkled as snowflakes swirled on their own. Clara held it up, marvelling at its beauty. Max reached out, and as soon as he touched it, the globe began to hum softly. Before they could react, a bright light enveloped them. Emily woke. When the light faded, Clara and Max found themselves standing in a magical village that looked exactly like the one inside the snow globe. The air was crisp, the snow glittered like diamonds, and cheerful music echoed through the streets. Elves with pointy hats scurried around, decorating giant candy canes and wrapping enormous presents. "Welcome," said a small elf with a green scarf. "I'm Pip, and you've arrived just in time." "Just in time for what?" Clara asked. "To save Christmas," Pip replied, his eyes wide. "The snow star, which powers Santa's sleigh, has gone missing. Without it, Santa can't deliver gifts tonight." "So?" Max's face lit up with excitement. "We'll help you find it." Pip led them to the town square, where a map of the snowy mountains was spread out. "The snow star was last seen near the Frost Caverns," Pip explained. "But beware. The ice goblins live there, and they're very tricky." Clara and Max grabbed warm cloaks and set off with Pip. The journey was filled with wonders. They crossed candy cane bridges, past trees that grew shimmering ornaments, and slid down icy slopes. Max couldn't resist catching snowflakes on his tongue, which tasted like sugar. When they reached the Frost Caverns, the entrance was guarded by an enormous snowman with a carrot nose and coal eyes. "To enter," the snowman boomed, "you must solve my riddle." Clara loved riddles. The snowman asked, "I am not alive, but I can grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. What am I?" Clara thought hard, and then smiled. "Hey!" "A fire." The snowman nodded and stepped aside. Inside the cavern, glittering ice sculptures lined the walls, and the air was cold enough to see their breath. Deep within, they spotted the snow star, glowing brightly, but it was surrounded by chattering ice goblins. Max whispered to Pip, "How do we get past them?" Pip handed Max a pouch of jingling bells. "Ice goblins love music. Shake these and they'll start dancing." Max grinned and began shaking the bells. The goblins immediately stopped chattering and started twirling and leaping in time to the jingles. While they danced, Clara carefully crept forward and grabbed the snow star. The moment she touched it, the cavern lit up with a warm glow. The goblins cheered and clapped as if they were celebrating the return of the star. Pip, Clara, and Max hurried out and placed the snow star in a special pouch to keep it safe. Back in the magical village, Santa himself awaited their return. His red suit sparkled under the starlight. "You saved Christmas!" Santa boomed, his voice filled with joy. "Thank you, Clara and Max." He glanced at Hannah, laughing with pleasure. Santa placed the snow star on his sleigh, which lit up brilliantly. "Now," he said with a wink, "time to get you home." With a wave of his hand, Clara and Max found themselves back in their attic, the snow globe resting on a crate beside them. The light inside it dimmed, and the glowing village faded away. "Stay with me," Clara said, trying to be steadfast. "I know what we need." The next morning they rushed downstairs to find presents under the tree and their parents' curious smiles. "You two were up late," their father teased. Clara and Max exchanged a knowing look. Their magical adventure, a secret they would cherish forever. And from that day on, every Christmas Eve, they would glance at the snow globe, wondering if it might hum and glow again.